I mean, musically, Erik and I write all of it, but it's nice. Like with when Kevin joined the band, he plays a lot of extreme metal, and so we're like, now we can have blast beats, and so it kind of allowed us to sort of cater to that in our writing.
What's up, everybody? It's Keefy at GhostCultMag.com back with another interview, and it's Chris from Lord Dying. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good, man. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Brand new album on the horizon from Monarch Heavy. Uh, what can I say? Another killer job. I've been very gratified to follow the band since basically the very beginning, maybe even before the beginning, like your previous band with Erik, and which I know no one ever wants their like first band ever brought up, but I actually was aware of that band too,
Oh,
and
awesome. Good
Pacific
memory.
Northwest Prague, bro, and yeah, man, what an awesome Clandestine Transcendence is the new record. What a killer record. What a killer job. It's kind of a continuation of the story from the last record, which is really cool. I love the concept record and kind of concurring storylines.
Yeah. We like all that the prog rock concept albums, so thought we'd give it a go.
Yeah, you really you let it all hang out, but it's still somehow like the same Lord Dying. It's always riffs, it's always great storytelling, tremendous guitar work, always you guys. Uh Out of curiosity, when you guys go to, obviously had some changes in the band leading up to this record, so what it seems like a fully comprehensive writing experience. Everybody seems to have a part and a tasty part on every song, a quality contribution. What's it like with a whole new rhythm section, basically?
Oh, it's good, man. They're great. I mean, musically, Erik and I write all of it, but it's nice. Like with when Kevin joined the band, he plays a lot of extreme metal, and so we're like, now we can have blast beats, and so it kind of allowed us to sort of cater to that in our writing as well, and that made it fun. But it's great having them in the band. Yeah, so it's fun, having new people in the band, and seeing what they bring to it for sure.
Right on. And there's kind of even beyond the last record, which I thought was like, let's take some chances. It risks writing wise. This record's got a lot of really cool just twists and turns musically. Like every song's a little journey. It's not just like a beginning, middle, like a typical standard song structures. You guys experimented with some stuff. There's some really cool vocal things going on. Some chanting vocals from Erik that I don't think we've really heard too much of in the past. So it's really let it all hang out musically for the sake of it, not just because oh, we can do this, but actually like we can do this in a meaningful way.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't let any thoughts stop us. Like this needs to be more, one genre, or this needs to be this. We just kind of like, I like this, so we're doing it. Whatever happens, and we like it, we just stick with it.
Right on. It kind of occurs to me that your band came up around the same time as that scene was always going, but it heavily impacted, especially our music in North America, but in general, like it was a very big time for that scene. And I really appreciate the way, in a similar, to compare you guys in a similar but different way to Baroness, how they also emerged around the same time from a specific scene that had kind of a certain clique of bands, and you guys set yourself apart like completely, which is rare because everybody's kind of like, well, we're from this place, let's all fit in. And you did the
Right.
opposite just as a band. I'm sure it wasn't talked about, but it happened naturally. And like I said, again, over a decade and a half, basically seeing this band kind of come together and form and make this great music. It's very impressive to see you guys kind of split away from the pack.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think we were only lumped into it by accident in the first place. We love that stuff, though. Bareness is awesome and all those bands. But I mean, originally we were trying to be like, we were really into thrash, and we were really into like Yes and stuff. And then we just happened to like start writing songs, and they were just kind of sludge metal or whatever. But it's just whatever happened. But I
Right
guess
on.
as time has gone on, we've been able to play what's in our heads a little better, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, I too am a huge fan of both thrash metal and the band Yes. So I like capes. I
Yeah.
like capes and I like riffs and 250 beats per minute and double bass. So, but I also like capes and keyboard solos. So I'm weird. We're all a little weird here. We're all a little mad here. And But like I said, it's been a nice journey. I think like music journalists, we get very dialed in to see, is there still a scene in this global music place? The regions still have a great music scene? I think they do. I'm old school. I still think like, okay, you don't have to categorize everybody because they came from a town like Portland, which has a tremendous, still has new bands popping up every day. But
Yeah.
I do think we're lazy on my end. This is kind of, oh, they're all from the same place and they have guitars in common. Let's thrust this thing on them that they didn't ask for.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry about that on behalf of all music journalists. And I'll tell you this, like, just personally, you've been in the game a long time making music on a pretty good label there. Much respect to Monarch. They have a lot of bands we love, and even before that. So what's your take? I get this lately. People are telling me reviews don't matter anymore. So we did like 606 reviews last year and a team of like 40, 50 writers overall in the whole world. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. Hats off. I did like 5. Everybody else did 601. So people say reviews don't count anymore. They do certainly matter. Our audience on our site definitely reads them, including the review of your album, so which is incoming. What's your take on reviews, reviewers? Is music journalism still important to a band trying to just kind of put out records and make art? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, outside of that, you just have bands tooting their own horn on social media, right? So it's nice to hear a less biased take on something. And yeah, it's good publicity, right? Or gets your name out there more. And it's
Right.
nice to hear like fans of music who analyze it. Like, yeah, just hearing what they think. I still read reviews and gets me to buy and check out different bands. So I'm for it.
Nice. That's the goal. And again, it's just interesting to me. I had somebody, in the basically pitchfork going, kind of getting folded into GQ, and a lot of people getting laid off. And my heart's out to you. I used to make a living just writing, by the way, just writing metal reviews. It was possible once, and
Wow.
it is hard. This is a passion and a side hustle that makes a little money. But 11 years of this though, and reviews are our calling card. But people say to me, it's like, why do I need to read your reviews when I can go on Reddit or I can this and that? Well, because music critique is not a fan angry typing in their basement. A music,
Exactly.
like, we're theoretically learned. We have a style guide. We're looking for certain things. Obviously, publicists and labels love positive reviews. They definitely don't want to share negative reviews. And I understand that also. We I think we are, and not everything is a 9 or a 10 for us, and we certainly don't slaughter anything for the sake of it, like some places. Like, oh, this will be a fun exercise to just destroy this record in words. I don't think we get any pleasure out of that, but some people do, and that's their whole personality as a website. So I'm glad it's not us.
Yeah.
So also another thing that's always really key with this band, I love the artwork every record. The last one was definitely the most Yes-like artwork of any band.
Yeah.
That's not Yes or Asia, Roger Dean, right? That was like a
That was the
straight.
first person we called actually was
I
Roger
know
Dean.
I know the story. Eric and I talked about it. He was like, we tried to get Roger Dean and you couldn't get him. Which probably saved you a couple of bucks. Everybody, people wanted Frank Frazetta. You couldn't, or like
Right.
you can't get the master sometimes. You got to get the fair forgerer. But
Yeah.
I love the Mysterium Tremendum. Just to shout it out, I love that album cover. It's
Yeah,
actually
thank
one of
you.
my favorite vinyls ever because I just love the beautiful gatefold. And then so this one also has a very distinctive, great
Yeah,
piece of art attached to it.
yeah, for sure. Alex Reisfar, I think is his last name. Yeah, that was I think Erik had recognized his work and told us about it, and we were all like, "Yeah, let's do that." Luckily, he was into it, and then he sent us the painting, and we were all just floored. It's awesome.
That's crazy. Did he send you like the physical painting, or he sent you like
No,
a?
that would be awesome. I'd love that.
Please send us the actual painting. That would be
How
amazing.
much is that? Yeah.
And then yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. Always, art's always important. It helps, make you more distinctive away from other bands. And I'm always a fan, and it seems like flyers, posters, shirts, album covers, you guys care. It's a, part of the whole shebang bang when it comes to
Sure.
the ethos of the band. I love it.
Yeah.
So, you guys personally, huge year coming up. Album, 2024. Hard to believe it's here, but here we are. You got a lot of touring planned, I'm sure. Record release shows. Anything you want to share and promote about the record?
Well, we got a record release show in Portland on Saturday, so hoping everybody will come out. Star Theater.
Word to the bird. We will help promote that on our weekly live stream later on, where we do a bunch of concert and tour and festival updates. Anything else? Anything you can reveal for any big tours or festivals you guys are gonna jump on, or not yet?
Nothing I can reveal yet. Yeah, things in the works.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I always like to end these interviews with a little bit of a wild card question, so I have one for you, and I love to do this on occasion. It's a tough one, so I'm going to be honest. I saved it for you. It's Desert Island Discs, except for me, it's the spaceship playlist. You get called up. Hey, we got one ticket left on the spaceship. You're coming to space. What's your five or your most essential records? If you can't pick five, your most important records to take with you to listen to for a trip to space. Could be a long time before you come back.
Oh man. Yeah, that is a hard one. Well, I'd say one album I never get sick of is the Downward Spiral by Nine Inch Nails. Constantly listen to that to this day since I was a kid. What else? Maybe like A Night at the Opera by Queen. Man, I don't think about this too often. What else? Five of them?
However many you can get to, I'll be patient.
Well, just off the top of my head, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Thrash metal side in there, so maybe Rust in Peace. Could do Close to the Edge by Yes.
Big fan over here.
Good album.
Such a good one.
And let's think here. Something more modern, maybe. Oh, my mind goes blank on these questions. We'll throw some more prog in there. Hemispheres, Rush.
My favorite. It's like, are you my new best friend? Because that sounds like a list that sounds like the records I would take with me also. You can't go wrong with the classics. I will shout out that Queen just put out like a little remastered version of their concert album from the 80s, live.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Montreal Rock. It was just in the movie theaters for a weekend, and I got to see it. I never saw the movie. Obviously, I know the live album. It was on CD and vinyl back in the day. It's from the Game Tour, so you can just imagine this is like 10 years of hit. 8 to 10 years of hits, just going wild for 2 hours. They were nuts.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Yeah, it's really crazy to see them in person, and also it's just nuts. I don't have enough words for it, but super stoked to talk to you again, Chris, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with Ghost Cult. Congratulations on the new album. We're going to link everything in the description where people can find you guys, and I hope to see you on the road in 24.
All right. Thanks, man.